Have you ever felt constantly tired for no clear reason? Or maybe you've noticed that you're getting up more often at night just to drink water or use the restroom? These could be early warning signs of something that many people ignore until it becomes serious. Diabetes. Diabetes is often called the silent killer because it develops slowly and quietly, sometimes without any obvious symptoms until it's already caused significant damage. But here's the empowering part. If you learn to recognize the early signs, you can take action before it leads to long-term complications. Let's dive into the different types of diabetes, what causes them, and how they affect your body, so you can protect yourself and your loved ones. What exactly is diabetes? At its core, diabetes is a chronic health condition where the body struggles to regulate blood sugar, glucose levels. Normally, a hormone called insulin helps move glucose from the bloodstream into cells, where it's used for energy. But in diabetes, either the body doesn't make enough insulin or it doesn't use it effectively. Over time, high blood sugar can cause serious damage, especially to your heart, blood vessels, eyes, kidneys, and nerves. It's one of the fastest growing health problems globally, and yet many people still don't fully understand how it works. There are three main types of diabetes you should know about: type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes. 1. Type 1 diabetes. This type usually starts in childhood or teenage years, but adults can get it too. In type 1 diabetes, the body's immune system mistakenly attacks the cells in the pancreas that make insulin. The result? The body can no longer produce insulin on its own. Without insulin, sugar builds up in the blood instead of being used for energy. This condition comes on suddenly and severely, often leading to extreme fatigue, unexplained weight loss, excessive thirst, and frequent urination. While the exact cause isn't fully known, it's believed to be linked to genetic factors and environmental triggers. Unfortunately, there's currently no cure, but with the right insulin therapy, diet, and lifestyle adjustments, people with type 1 diabetes can live long, healthy lives. Type 2 diabetes. This is the most common form of diabetes, responsible for about 90% of all cases. Unlike type 1, it usually develops in adults over the age of 45, but alarmingly, it's now being diagnosed in younger adults, teens, and even children, largely due to rising obesity and sedentary lifestyles. In type 2 diabetes, the body either becomes resistant to insulin or doesn't produce enough insulin. This means sugar can't enter the cells effectively, causing it to build up in the bloodstream. The good news? In many cases, early type 2 diabetes can be reversed or at least managed without medication, simply through healthy eating, regular exercise, and maintaining a healthy weight. But if left untreated, it can lead to serious complications over time, including nerve damage, kidney disease, and vision loss. 3. Gestational diabetes. This type only affects women during pregnancy. As hormone levels change during this time, some women's bodies struggle to produce or use insulin effectively, leading to temporary high blood sugar levels. While it usually goes away after the baby is born, gestational diabetes shouldn't be taken lightly. It increases the risk of high birth weight, complications during delivery, and later developing type 2 diabetes for both the mother and the child. Managing it involves a combination of blood sugar monitoring, healthy meals, and safe physical activity. Sometimes insulin or medication may also be needed. The bigger picture, diabetes is no longer just a personal health issue, it's a global crisis. According to the World Health Organization, more than 422 million adults were living with diabetes in 2014, a shocking rise from just 108 million in 1980. It's now a major cause of blindness, kidney failure, heart attacks, strokes, and limb amputations. In short, it's one of the leading causes of death worldwide, but it doesn't have to be. By staying informed, recognizing symptoms early, and making health-conscious choices, you can protect yourself and your loved ones from the worst impacts of this disease. Diabetes is more than just a health condition. It's a silent epidemic that's affecting millions globally, often progressing without obvious symptoms until real damage is done. But the good news is we can fight back. With awareness, early action, and a few smart lifestyle changes, we can reduce the risk and manage the condition far more effectively. Let's start by talking about how we can prevent diabetes before it takes hold. One of the most powerful tools in our hands is screening for prediabetes, a stage where blood sugar levels are higher than normal, but not yet high enough to be classified as diabetes. At this point, lifestyle changes can still reverse the situation. Creating environments at home, at work, in communities that encourage healthy habits like regular exercise, balanced diets, and stress management plays a huge role in stopping diabetes before it starts. In fact, public health efforts like anti-obesity campaigns and programs promoting physical activity are vital in turning the tide against type 2 diabetes, which is by far the most common form. These initiatives aren't just for those at risk, they benefit everyone. But here's where it gets tricky. Diabetes often begins quietly. Many people live with the condition for years without knowing it, only discovering it after significant damage has occurred. That's why understanding the early warning signs is so important. Even though diabetes affects hundreds of millions of people worldwide, its symptoms can be so subtle at first that they're mistaken for everyday fatigue or stress. But if we learn to spot them early, we have a real chance to avoid severe complications down the line. The root of the problem. High blood sugar. At the core of all types of diabetes is elevated blood glucose levels. Glucose is the body's primary source of energy, and we get it from the foods we eat. To move this glucose from the bloodstream into the cells, where it's needed, the body relies on insulin, a hormone produced by the pancreas. When insulin isn't doing its job, either because the body isn't making enough, as in type 1 diabetes, or because the body's cells stop responding to it properly, as in type 2 diabetes, glucose builds up in the bloodstream. Over time, this high blood sugar damages organs, nerves, and blood vessels, leading to serious health issues. Spotting type 1. Diabetes, rapid and intense. Type 1 diabetes typically shows up quickly and dramatically, often within a matter of days or weeks. While it can develop at any age, it's more commonly seen in children and young adults. The symptoms are hard to ignore, and they usually require prompt medical attention. Some of the hallmark signs of type 1 diabetes include excessive thirst and frequent urination. As glucose accumulates in the blood, the kidneys try to flush it out, leading to frequent urination. That causes dehydration, making you feel thirsty all the time. Intense hunger. Because your cells can't get the energy they need from glucose, the body sends out hunger signals in an attempt to get more fuel, even if you've just eaten. Unexplained weight loss. Despite eating more, your body isn't absorbing the energy from food, so it starts burning fat and muscle for fuel, causing noticeable weight loss. Chronic fatigue and irritability. Without access to proper energy, your body slows down, leading to constant tiredness, weakness, and often mood swings or irritability. Blurred vision. High blood sugar can draw fluid from the eye's lenses, distorting your ability to focus and causing blurry vision. Type 2. Diabetes, the slow creep. Type 2 diabetes often sneaks up gradually. Many people don't even realize they have it until it shows up in routine lab work. Unlike type 1, which hits fast, type 2 can progress silently for years. Here are some common, but often overlooked, symptoms. Recurring yeast infections. High blood sugar levels create the perfect environment for yeast to grow, leading to infections in warm, moist areas like under the breasts, between fingers or toes, or around the genitals, affecting both men and women. Slow healing wounds or frequent infections. Elevated sugar in the blood impairs the body's ability to heal and weakens immune defenses, making it harder to fight off infections. Numbness or tingling in the feet and legs. High glucose levels can damage nerves, leading to sensations like pain, tingling, or numbness, especially in the lower limbs. Because these symptoms develop so gradually, they often go unnoticed or are mistaken for aging or other conditions. That's why routine checkups and blood sugar testing are critical, especially for those with risk factors like obesity, sedentary lifestyle, or family history. What about gestational diabetes? Gestational diabetes occurs during pregnancy and is usually detected through prenatal screening, not symptoms. However, some women may notice increased thirst or frequent urination, symptoms that are often chalked up to normal pregnancy changes. While this form of diabetes typically resolves after childbirth, it does increase the long-term risk of developing type 2 diabetes for both the mother and the child. That's why close monitoring and proper management during pregnancy are so important. Why early detection matters. Recognizing these signs, whether in yourself or a loved one, can be the difference between early effective treatment and a lifetime of complications. Diabetes that goes untreated or poorly managed can lead to heart disease, stroke, kidney failure, vision loss, and nerve damage. If any of these symptoms show up and persist, don't wait. Schedule an appointment with a healthcare provider. With a few simple tests, they can diagnose the issue and help you start on a management plan tailored to your needs. Remember, knowledge is power. And when it comes to diabetes, that power can save lives. Whether it's through lifestyle changes, medication, or a combination of both, effective management is absolutely possible. And in many cases, especially with type 2 diabetes, prevention is within reach. The crucial role of lifestyle in preventing and managing diabetes. The worldwide rise in type 2 diabetes is deeply intertwined with the way we live our daily lives. Over the past few decades, there's been a noticeable shift towards more sedentary lifestyles, poor dietary choices, and a sharp increase in obesity. All of these factors are driving the rapid escalation of diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes, which is largely preventable. This condition occurs when the body becomes resistant to insulin or when the pancreas simply cannot produce enough of it. The good news is that type 2 diabetes is often preventable or manageable with proactive lifestyle changes. By making some simple but effective adjustments to how we eat, move, and live, we can dramatically reduce our risk. Tackling weight, the power of a healthy body. One of the most significant risk factors for developing type 2 diabetes is obesity. Carrying excess weight increases your body's resistance to insulin, making it harder to manage blood sugar levels. However, the fantastic part is that you can significantly reduce your risk simply by losing weight. For every kilogram of body weight you lose, you can reduce your diabetes risk by up to 16%. Imagine that. Small steps in weight management, like cutting back on high-calorie foods or taking a walk after meals, can have an outsized impact on your long-term health. It's not about drastic overnight changes, but consistent, sustainable habits that make a real difference. Moving more, the life-changing benefits of physical activity. Another cornerstone of preventing type 2 diabetes is regular physical activity. Exercise isn't just about getting in shape. It's a vital tool for managing your blood sugar and insulin levels. 150 minutes of moderate physical activity per week, such as brisk walking, cycling, or swimming, can lower your risk of developing type 2 diabetes by up to 58%. Yes, you read that right, 58%. Whether it's a walk in the park, a dance class, or a weekend bike ride, every bit of movement helps to make your body more insulin sensitive, meaning less insulin is required to keep your blood sugar levels under control. The key is consistency. You don't need to become an athlete, but finding something you enjoy and sticking with it can be a game changer for your health. The diet makeover. Fueling your body for success. The food you eat plays a massive role in preventing and managing diabetes. A healthy, balanced diet isn't just about eating less. It's about choosing foods that nourish your body and support your blood sugar management. Start with whole grains, fruits, zerania, vegetables, and lean proteins. These foods are high in fiber and nutrients, which help regulate blood sugar and provide lasting energy. Foods rich in fiber are especially helpful as they slow the absorption of glucose, keeping your blood sugar stable throughout the day. On the other hand, try to limit processed foods, sugary drinks, and unhealthy fats, which can spike blood sugar levels and contribute to weight gain. Cutting back on sugary snacks and replacing them with healthier options, like fresh fruit or nuts, can have an immediate positive impact. Monitoring your blood sugar. Stay ahead of the game. For those at risk of developing diabetes, regular monitoring of blood sugar is an invaluable tool. By staying proactive and checking your blood sugar levels regularly, you can catch any early signs of trouble and adjust your habits accordingly. This early intervention can make all the difference. With real-time information about your blood sugar, you can make more informed decisions about your diet, exercise, and lifestyle. It's all about staying one step ahead and preventing small issues from becoming serious problems. Managing diabetes. Diet and exercise still matter. Even if you've already been diagnosed with diabetes, don't worry. Lifestyle changes remain a cornerstone of managing the condition and avoiding complications. Dietary management becomes even more crucial once you have diabetes. Managing your carbohydrate intake is key to keeping your blood sugar within a safe range. Aim to spread out your carbs throughout the day and choose high-fiber foods that help prevent blood sugar spikes. Working with a dietitian can be incredibly helpful in creating a personalized meal plan that fits your lifestyle and preferences. A well-balanced meal plan can help you stay on track with your blood sugar levels and support your overall well-being. Small changes, big rewards. Preventing and managing diabetes is a marathon, not a sprint. The key is to make small, manageable changes in your lifestyle that will build up over time. Whether it's swapping out a sugary snack for a piece of fruit, going for a 15-minute walk after lunch, or cutting down on processed foods, each decision you make brings you closer to better health. Every step you take toward a healthier lifestyle is a victory. The power to change the course of your health is in your hands, and by adopting these simple strategies, you can lower your risk and possibly even reverse the course of diabetes. Let's talk about your journey. Do you or someone you know struggle with managing diabetes? What changes have made the biggest difference in your life? Share your experiences and thoughts. It's always great to hear how others are making strides towards a healthier future. If this information has been helpful, stay tuned for more tips on how to lead a healthier lifestyle and manage chronic conditions. Keep pushing for those small changes. The results will speak for themselves.